Greetings. Welcome to Little Discovery Corner. I had a fun idea for today. So there were some things I kept forgetting to mention, things that I've seen in my third eye, things that I was called to mention, and I kept forgetting them. So I just decided to doodle out pictures of them and make a separate episode. So I'm going to start with this one. Bit of a more involved sketch. This is something I saw recently. It was like a hallway of door thresholds. And I really didn't want to forget to bring this up. No, that's the wrong way. Like that. Yes. This really makes me think of the emotional healing journey, the spiritual journey of emotional healing, in which it seems like there's always another door to go through. There's always another threshold to pass through. At least it'll feel like that for some time once you get started, once you go through your ego death. And, you'll go through more than one ego death in your life. And it could go either way. Like if you're following your ego and not letting it die as it needs to, so you can nourish your soul, your conscience, your higher self, integrate the impulses of your ego into your being, so that it's not just in the driver's seat and not maintaining control. You could just keep going down that rabbit hole of impulsive reactions, addictions, just manipulations, letting yourself be manipulated, trying to manipulate others, just that devil energy of being trapped in egoic chains, right? And you just keep going further and further down that rabbit hole into darker space where you can't see anything. You can't see your soul anymore. Or you could go through the hard work of going through that ego death. And that is very emotionally trying time. You will feel very low. But if you let yourself feel it, don't fight it. And let yourself explore what you're feeling, explore why you may have been stuck in an egoic place, maybe tying back to, say, childhood wounds and traumas, or, relationship patterns that were not healthy. Let yourself feel it, let yourself explore your psyche. And you'll find that you'll be led through successive thresholds towards the light, towards a place where your higher self is in the driver's seat. So yeah, that's why I wanted to bring this up. It's the pathway. Could be one of two pathways, but I left the end point light instead of dark to give you some encouragement. And the other one was, I really wanted to bring up the movie Two Can Play That Game, starring Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut. I believe it was quite a while ago, back 2001. I drew this picture from one of the final scenes. This is my Vivica Fox portrait that I sketched out. I'm a halfway decent drawer, and decent enough brave enough to show this on camera. So this is one of the final scenes. It is a good movie. I do recommend it, but it's a bit of a girly movie, so it might not appeal to the masculines out there. But I'll tell you about it. It's basically a game of dating chess, like social chess moves. It's like mind games, right? It just exhibits traditional social mind games when you're in the dating scene. And so Vivica Fox, she discovers that her boyfriend has lied to her about canceling their plans because he has to work late, when she runs into him at the club dancing with another girl. And so she's hurt, and instead of just directly confronting him, I'm hurt because you lied to me, and to go have fun without me. And this is what I expect in order to maintain my trust. She initiates what she called her 10-day program of a whole lot of this whole series of head games to keep him real, keep this boyfriend of hers reeled in, keep him behaving, quote unquote, according to her standards. And he's none the wiser at first. It's his friend who picks up on the game she's playing and tips him off and kind of giving him advice on how to counter all her social chess moves, her romantic chess moves. But by the end, he gets frustrated. He's like, I don't want to be controlled. He sees the game for what it is. He gets frustrated and he throws in the towel. And he doesn't react the way she's hoping he will. And so she has to come to the realization that that's what she's trying to do. She's trying to control him. And so if she wants to be treated with respect, she'll have to, humble herself too and treat him with respect. And it's all about them learning mutual respect for each other for a healthier connection, healthier romantic connection, right? And so I wanted to bring that up because that is the issue with a lot of our most important connections in life, especially as adults. We get kind of conditioned to play such games with each other. I'm certainly not innocent of this. I've tried it. It didn't work the way, like maybe trying to make someone jealous when they weren't reacting. I was trying to get their attention. They weren't reacting the way I wanted. It didn't work because the person just wasn't that into me. And I learned that lesson fairly early on. It's not worth the effort. Just go about your business and move on if they don't seem to be into you, or if you feel like you've been devalued or disrespected. But I have been suckered into paying more attention than I should when someone's just kind of wanting attention and not wanting to return it, right? And I think I recommend watching the movie because there might be games and strategies you've seen it that kind of resonate, maybe things that you've done, things that have been done to you, and just know that all this is a place of two people trying to control the other, trying to control the outcome, and that's all ego. That's all your ego in the driver's seat. And in the end, they learn their lesson about just being, honest about what they expect as far as respect and honesty and accountability, right? So I think that'll be good for now. That covers it. I will get a couple Moonology cards to finish out. Any advice for the viewer? There you go. End of a tough cycle approaches. Let's see if the book says anything. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head. If you're wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card is a strong sign to make an exit. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Additional meanings: a professional project may be ending. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find balance between your personal and private lives. It's time to stop fearing the worst. Time. Okay, that kind of plays in. If you tie that into the movie reference, the plan could be a game, a tough cycle of maybe relationship chicken is coming to an end, or you need to let it come to an end and realize that it might be time to just drop the game and open up, right? Open up about how you feel, about what you want. Listen to what the other person wants. All right, maybe one more. 11:11 when I finish that statement. It's time to release negativity. And, this kind of ties into this, going in a positive direction or a negative direction. The positive direction can be more difficult, but don't shy away from difficulty in this. Like the social game playing can kind of give a thrill, right? Because it's like a chess game, and if you're winning, you feel like you're winning, it gives you like that dopamine high. But recognize that it is a game, it is manipulation, it is ego working against your soul. So that is keeping in a cycle, and keeping that cycle going keeps you in a place of negativity, keeps your soul in a place of negativity. Let's see if the book has anything. This card heralds the start of a new cycle for you. When you're going to look and feel more gorgeous, more in the spotlight, more like you have something worth showing off. If you want someone's attention, this card says it's coming. However, this may not happen all by itself. You have to be willing to do your bit. That means being proud of who you are and what you have to offer. Think of yourself as the king or queen of the jungle and carry yourself accordingly. This card is also a great omen if you're asking about a creative project you're working on, or it can herald good news, a new start for your children. Make time to have fun, additional meanings. It's time for you to show the world what you've got, shine your light, have some pride, spoil yourself, you've earned it, you've turned to someone's head. The energy around the new moon of Leo, and therefore around this card, whenever you pick it, is hot and generous. The energy loves itself, and so should you. If you've been too much of a wallflower, this new moon card comes as a reminder that you need to be proud of who you are. All right, not overly proud and not egoic, but recognize what you have to offer both to yourself and to other connections, which is just pure love, right? Just love, respect, honesty, and openness. That's something you can offer to yourself, something you can offer to connections you want to maintain, keep, or renew. Yeah, and that's the key to longevity and happiness and health and heart, mind, and body, right? All right, I will leave it there for today. I will see you next time.